All of you, hope you guys are great. So some of you have requested me to build a review system. So if you want to attach this review system to a NFT marketplace, so you can use this global review system which we have built. All you have to do is to do the modifications. Building this particular project like real estate marketplace where user can list their property and sell their property. So this is the exact review system I'm going to utilize it. I'm going to convert this review system in such a way so I can make it useful in the marketplace. Okay, so you have to know that how you have to work with the data, how you have to work with the certain functionality, because sometime you will find that whatever project you will build, whether you are building or working on a DeFi, whether you are working on a marketplace, there are certain functionality which will be there in almost every single project, and that's the commonality you have to find out. So if you talk about ERC20 token, like all the token have the same functions. If you are building a blockchain, you will find the similar architecture, similar validation, similar proof of work, similar proof of stakes, the similar structure you will find. So there are certain things, certain projects which are quite similar in nature, and you have to identify that. On the basis of that, you have to design the contract in such a way as a reusable model. So in React, we follow a lot of reusable component structure. The same structure you have to utilize when it's come to smart contract. So generally how I work, when I'm working on any project, any applications, and I found that there are certain functions. You can take the example of the connecting wallet, or fetching the balance of the user, getting the transaction data. So these are the very common function you will find in every single dApp. So what I generally like to do is I generally like to create an NPM package, and all I have to do is to simply call the function and I will have the data of that particular user. So I don't need to write the huge amount of code over and over again for the same functionality in every single dApp. So that's the approach you have to take. This will save a lot of your time. So the same model I have designed for the product review system, because I was provided this in couple of projects, and that's why I thought let's give you to all of you guys, because many of you have asked me. So I'm going to give you this entire review smart contract in the Discord server. So from there you can get it and you can simply compare that. So let me take you through this entire contract, that what we have included. So this is the version. You can pick whatever version depend on the contract you have utilized, but this one is the most stable one right now, and you will have no error. You can see this is the name we have given to the contract, and this is the first struct we have taken. You can easily able to modify this struct, that it's depend on the nature of the product you have. So you can see we have the reviewer, the one who will give the review. We have the product ID. Every single product will have a unique ID. In case of NFT, we have a new unique ID to that. If you haven't watched the NFT marketplace project, make sure to watch that. In that I have explained that what is the product ID and unique identifier. This is the rating, that they can easily be able to give the rating to the project. They can give the comment, okay, they can give like. So these are the things we have included into the struct, and this is the product. So this is the basic product description I have given. You can add more data. So right now our product has the ID, total rating, and number of reviews. So these are the three information we have given, but you can include more information like name, title, descriptions, pricing, location. It depends on the project you have, but these are the three fields. It's absolutely mandatory, because this will keep the track of the rating, that how many ratings this particular product have got and how many reviews it has got. Okay, so these are three fields absolutely mandatory. That's why we have designed as a global component. And here we have this three mapping, again depend on the nature of the project which you have included. So in this, what we are doing here, so as I told you that we have built this as a reusable component. So this is the review. In that we have taken this struct, and once we pass the ID, particular product ID, it will give us the entire review of that particular product, and that's all we are storing here in the array. So we can easily able to get that. And the same thing we are doing for the user review. So like this user review will give you the ID of that particular product which got the review. Okay, so in that we'll have all the ID of the product which you can simply loop and we'll get the data. Okay, and this is the product we have designed this product. It's a unique ID, and we have all the product. The same logic we have followed. Okay, if you haven't watched the Solidity smart contract course, make sure to watch that, because in that I have explained everything. So that's the one we have, and here we have the counter which will keep the track of that how many review it got, and it will give you the unique ID number to that particular review. And these are the events we have, because these events help you a lot when you want to fetch the information from the blockchain, and it's really very cheap when it's come to storing the data on the blockchain. If you store as a state variable, you have to pay a lot of money and your contract cost will go high. So these are the variables we have taken as state variable, and now this is the function we have. So we have this add review. So this is the function. You can easily able to modify that. As I told you, that depend on the nature of the product. You can simply modify this entire contract, the entire function. So you can take, if we are taking the product ID, rating and the message, and here we are checking for the rating, that the rating should be greater than 1 and it should be less than 5. You can increase this number, and this is the throw error message. This is the error message we are simply posting. So this is the review, in that we are simply passing all of the data: sender, product ID, rating, comment, and this is the one variable we have taken. This is a like. Initially we'll set the like to 0. Obviously we have to set the like, because other can come and like the review. That's the system we have built. So you can create the comment and someone else, like I have created the comment, and you can come and you can like my comment. So that's the functionality we have into this. Okay, that's the complex one. We have simply updating all of the data into a state variable. These are the self-explanatory, and here we have the get review. So if you call this one, you will get the entire review of a product. Okay, you can see you will get the all ID of the product, and you can simply loop and you can get the data. Now we have this get user review. So this function will allow us to get all the review created by a particular user. So what we are doing, we are simply making external view, and this is the error we have because it will return us the index, the ID, memory, and here we are simply getting the length. Then we are creating data, then we are simply a for loop, simple for loop, and then we are returning the entire data of that particular user have created the sorry, a particular user have given the review. And this is the like functionality we have. So like this is the function we can attach in the review, so they can like it and it will increase. And here we have the get highest rate product. So which product has got the highest like, and that one is a really useful, and you will find that we're going to utilize all of this function in our project. So we can display that which one is high project price, which one is the popular project, which one is the popular project or listing. So user can compare it and they can get the benefit. Okay, so this is the entire smart contract. It's absolutely working fine. Come here, let me deploy the contract. The contract got deployed. Here you will have the instant of the contract, and we have all of this function. So if you really want to create a review, all you have to do is to call this function. So this is the function we're going to call add review, and that we have to pass the data. So this right now we are going with the hard code data value, but it will be dynamic, depend on the product ID, because product will have a unique ID and review will have a unique ID as well. So let's add a ID. I'll say 1 and I'll give the rating to 4, and I will say, hey buddy, I will click on this transaction. Let me bring the terminal up and let me hit on the transaction, and the transaction went through. And if you really want to find the review, you can see that review count, and you will see right now we have 1 review. You can see the review get user review. Okay, because I'm the one who created the review with this account. So I click on that, and this is the review I have created. I have all the data which I have given, that to which product I have given, what is the address, the review and the text, and the like is 0. Now from here you can able to find the details about the products. So like you can find the review, you can pass the ID and you can hit call, and you will find the information about this review. Here we have the like review. So with this you can easily able to like the review. So we have to provide 2 things. We have to provide the ID of the product and we have to provide the index. So the review will be in form of array. That's what we have taken here. So what we have to do is come here, provide 1, and we have to provide 0. And if I do that, if I make a request, you can see I will give 1 like. So the transaction went through, and if I call this one, get user review, this will be 1, and you can see it will be 1. If you call this one, it's 1, means our review system and like system is also working fine. So you can see this function is this smart contract is absolutely usable in every single project. If you want to build a service, so if you want to build a project in that you are providing some sort of service on the decentralized space, so you can have this system where user can come and bring the feedback. One thing I want to highlight, that you should not include this functionality if your project is running on Ethereum, because Ethereum is really very costly. So if you include this function, no one's going to give you a review and nobody wants to pay money for providing the review. So these projects, this smart contract and this kind of feature you can include when your project is running on Polygon, on any other chain which have less transaction fees. Okay, so that's the thing we want to highlight. Don't include in every single project. This is really very good for learning and understanding that how smart contract work and how you can construct and how you can bring the functionality into a smart contract. Okay, it's only for that purpose. So hope this entire thing makes sense, and again I'm going to give you the entire source code. So let me come back to the Discord server. Again I will provide you the link in the description so you guys can join that, and I'm going to provide you all the source code, all the smart contract which I have built I'm going to provide you in this Discord server, so you can join that as well. So what I will do, I will simply paste the code, and it says that it's big, not a big deal. I can take the other advantage. I can take this to function. I can cut that, hit enter, and now I have to paste the half one. And you can see that looks pretty fine. That looks pretty fine. So you can easily come and you can check everything's working absolutely incredible. So hope this entire thing makes sense to all of you guys, and you guys know that how you can build different complex data structure when it's come to designing the smart contract. So very soon we're going to step into the field of DeFi, because that's where we have to focus more, and that will give you the real learning when you will work on a DeFi project, how the transaction happen, how the staking work, create the loans, arbitrage, swap tokens, staking, tons of things are there, and you will find that most of projects are dealing in the space of DeFi. So if you be a good in DeFi project, you will be very high in demand, because we have a lot of project when it's come to NFT. I would recommend you that if you haven't built the NFT marketplace project, make sure to build that. That will give you the real learning about the NFTs, and after that you have to switch to the Uniswap project, which we have. In that I have explained every single thing about Uniswap which you have to know: how to swap the token, how to stake the token, how to create liquidity, how to create pools, how you have to set the pricing for your token, how to create your own token. Everything I have explained. Now we're going to step into the advanced concept. So I'm going to create a dedicated series. In that we're going to focus on the DeFi. We'll learn about the fundamentals, we'll learn about the smart contract, we're going to build different types of smart contract, multi-smart contract interaction, tons of things we're going to do it. Okay, so that's the only thing I want to talk about in this video. Hope you guys have found this video valuable. If you still have any confusion in down, do let me know in the comment section. I would really love to help you in that. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.